As the flu season approaches, the race is on to stay one step ahead of a virus that's constantly changing. Each year, influenza mutates rapidly, forcing scientists into a high stakes race against time to create millions of vaccines that will keep us safe. The traditional method of producing flu vaccines involves growing the virus in eggs, potentially reducing the vaccine's effectiveness. Even more challenging, certain virus strains don't grow well in eggs at all, making it harder to produce enough vaccine doses. Along with the potential risk of egg shortages, health officials are sounding the alarm on the need for faster, more adaptable vaccine solutions. The question now is, how do we keep up with a virus that's always one step ahead? We're joined by Dr. Doss, an expert in infectious diseases. Dr. Doss, thank you for being here. Can you break down for us why it's so important to get the flu vaccine and how it actually helps protect not just individuals, but communities as a whole?
Hi, thank you for having me. So, the reason why the flu changes every single year is because influenza A mutates frequently and it changes its surface proteins all the time so that your body's immune system can't recognize it.
When it comes to the flu vaccine, what do you think the public needs to know the most? Whether it's about its development, effectiveness, or how it protects
A lot of
communities?
people don't think that the flu is severe, but it can cause severe illnesses in children, elderly people, pregnant women. It's a very severe illness. So, circulating strains of the virus are monitored by the World Health Organization and the CDC in order to create new flu vaccines. The vaccines used today are developed using eggs, and future vaccines are reducing the use of eggs in order to reduce the amount of mutations present. However, there are some challenges involving the effectiveness of new vaccines, which include inaccuracy due to early predictions of what the strain could possibly be. There are new vaccine technologies such as cell based, recombinant, nanoparticle, mRNA vaccines, and even new inhalable ones that target the respiratory pathway and might even offer stronger immunity. Researchers are also working on a universal flu vaccine that targets stable parts of the virus that don't necessarily change throughout every mutation. Vaccines help reduce the spread of viruses, severe cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. So it's really important to go get your vaccine.
With flu season upon us, it's clear that the vaccine remains a vital tool in protecting public health. Before we go, what is one key takeaway you'd like people to remember as they consider getting vaccinated this year?
The key takeaway from all of this is that getting the flu vaccine is the most effective way to protect yourself, your loved ones, and even vulnerable members of your community. While the flu may seem mild for some, it can be deadly for others, especially the elderly, young children, pregnant women, and those with underlying health conditions. Don't wait, get vaccinated, stay healthy, and prevent the spread of the flu.
Now, what does our community have to say about the matter? Here we have a local resident with some concerns about the new vaccine developments.
I mean, I don't really understand all these new vaccines, all these new strains. Now there's new nanoparticles and inhalable. Like, I don't understand. I'm not getting vaccinated at all. I don't care if they make it a shot, if they make it inhalable, if they make any other type. I am not doing it. I don't know what's in it, and I don't care to know what's in it. I can do fine on my own.
As flu season ramps up, scientists and medical experts are hard at work studying this year's dominant strains and refining the annual flu vaccine. But how do they predict which strains will be most prevalent and what advancements are being made to improve vaccine effectiveness? Joining us now to discuss the latest research and breakthroughs is Dr. Muñez, a leading specialist in influenza vaccine development. Dr. Muñez, thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Dr. Muniz. I'm a pharmacist who specializes in infectious disease prevention. And recently we've been doing a lot of work to improve the influenza vaccine in terms of how we make it, the cost for making it, and the time for making it.
What are the key benefits of the flu vaccine, and why is it so essential to public health?
So the flu vaccine is important because it allows the body to build up immunity to the virus itself. So when you get the vaccine, you could still contract the virus, but you will have minimal symptoms, and that decreases the risk of spreading the virus to other people.
With advancements in vaccine technology, what advantages could new methods of vaccine production offer compared to the traditional approach?
So the first alternative we have to the typical egg-based vaccines that we used before is Flucelvax. It's the first non-egg produced vaccine. This vaccine involves the influenza virus being grown in a tissue culture system using Madden-Darby canine kidney cells. Novavax's NanoFlu, which is developed using nanoparticles. NanoFlu depends on the expression of the desired antigen. The antigen is typically HA in the cell line. So the final vaccine we'll talk about today that is currently in development is the inhalable recombinant M23FP expressing Bacillus subtilis spores vaccine. This vaccine would be administered intranasally rather than through injection. This inhalable vaccine would offer 80% protection against the influenza virus.
Dr. Muñez, thank you for sharing your insights today. As we continue to navigate flu season, it's clear that the science behind these vaccines is crucial in keeping us safe. We've heard from experts about the science behind the flu vaccine, but it's also important to hear from the public. One concerned citizen shared their thoughts on the challenges and concerns surrounding flu vaccination. Let's take a look at what they had to say. Each year, I watch the flu season sweep through classrooms, and it's tough on everyone. Kids miss school, parents miss work, and learning takes a hit. Getting the flu vaccine isn't just about protecting ourselves, it's about protecting the whole classroom and keeping kids where they belong, learning and having fun with their friends. When we get vaccinated, we're all doing our part to make sure the school year stays healthy and uninterrupted. We just heard from one concerned citizen about their thoughts on the flu vaccine. Now let's hear from another local resident who has a similar yet unique perspective on the matter.
Look, as a mother, I have a lot of things to deal with. There's a lot of stress. I have the kids going to school. And, I don't have time for kids to be home and miserable and me taking care of more things that I already have to take care of. Not to mention the makeup work and activities that would be missed. Dance practice, football. That's why we get the flu vaccine, because it keeps us healthy and it keeps the kids in school and it keeps them from stressing me out even more than I already am.
That concludes our look at the flu vaccine and the evolving science behind it. We've heard from experts explaining the latest research, as well as members of the public who have valid concerns and perspectives. The decisions we make about vaccinations are important, not just for our own health, but for the well-being of those around us. Whether you choose to get vaccinated or not, it's essential to stay informed and take proactive steps to protect yourself and others this season. Whatever path you take, let's all stay safe, stay healthy, and keep the conversation going.